Come take us in.
I'll do it. Or Charlie, okay. Go ahead.
No, we don't have to fight over it.
Okay. We won't then. Jackson, you do it.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to episode 344. It's the official podcast. I wanted to throw this immediately into the ring because I feel like we're all experts on the matter. We've seen it happen a lot over the last 7 years.
We're experts on everything. Yeah,
exactly. What's happening with Zac Efron? Have you guys seen Zac Efron? He's turning into an actual caveman. He's kind of wild.
No, he's got a new role and he's like bulking up for it, and bulking up is completely fine, but he's actually like changed the physical specifications of his skull. I don't know how that's possible. He looks like a caveman. I don't know, like probably just a crazy amount of gear.
That is an insane level of dedication to a role if you're actually changing the elements or the like physical properties of your skull to align with the role. And what is the role? Actual like Neanderthal?
He's playing a very famous wrestler, I think.
Ooh, which wrestler?
I can't remember him now.
Yeah, that's him. Look at him. What's up with the skull?
He's playing the iron. He's playing the Iron Claw.
He's playing Von Erichs. Yep. Mm-hmm. I know the Von Erichs.
Who is that? Give me a rundown.
They were an old school family of wrestlers, and their whole shtick, if I remember correctly, was being like perfect humans, like obscenely handsome and ripped and talented, and everyone loved them. They were very popular.
But it's so ironic that Zac Efron was like the perfect human before this happened, and now he looks like he's de-aged like 2,000 years in human history.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what happens with some of those questionable products to bulk with.
Well, so what is the product that he's using?
I don't know. It's not like they publicized the steroids and the other gear that he's on.
I thought you said something originally like something.
Oh no, HGH is just usually what people immediately start with. I mean, I'm sure he's on HGH. He's got like HGH bubble gut kind of going on, so that'd be my guess.
Oh, okay. Human growth hormones.
What does that make your guts bubble?
What'd you say?
Why does that specifically make their guts so poking out and bulging?
I don't know.
Does it fill you up?
I actually don't know.
Is it like beer gut?
It's like beer gut, but there's like abs on your beer gut because you're also taking HGH. Like it makes you get fucking huge and a lot of muscles.
What about beer gives you the beer gut? Is it the yeast?
I think so.
I
don't know. What is it? Does it expand your gut actually, or does it just add fat around your stomach specifically?
I don't think it can target fat, right? It has to be some direct ingredient in the beer that like directly attributes to that.
Oh, wow. Wait, this is very interesting. Hold on. So I decided to look it up. Most people are saying it's like a combination of the gear, but Zac Efron himself has just recently talked about it. He said he was running through his house wearing socks, slipped, smacked his face on the corner of a granite fountain, which shattered his jaw. Oh. And then he had to get like corrective surgery for it. So he got like plastic surgery on his jaw because he says his chin bone was hanging off his face.
Oh, okay. But still, like
convenient excuse.
Yeah, like corrective surgery shouldn't make it look like an actual caveman, right? It should just realign it to its correct pre-caveman like appearance.
No, and absolutely
this is what happened. He was in there for the like surgery, and they brought out a chart showing different periods of human evolutionary history, and he got to choose which one he wanted to go for, and he went for the caveman one. There's no way that they didn't give him the option.
They can't perfectly do plastic surgery on anything.
Oh, I don't know about that. He's like one of the richest people alive, basically. He can afford the very best of plastic surgeons.
Has he also had a nose job before?
I don't know. I just looked this up. I didn't know anything about this jaw surgery.
Yeah, he looks like he's had like a lot of cosmetic surgery done to me.
He does. He really does.
Even before the jawline thing.
I bet I'm not going to look it up, I'm lazy, but I bet there have been numerous forum posts on the incel forums of people just considering breaking their jaws for this. Just to get them wider.
Why? Does anyone think that this looks good?
I really think the thing that makes
incels, they think the bigger the better.
Yeah. Also, I do
terms of
think
jaw.
the largest part of why it looks so goofy is the hair. I think it's like if he just had a better hairstyle, it'd probably look pretty cool with that wild, wide jaw.
Maybe. I don't know. It looks too
Yeah, I don't
Neolithic
know.
for me.
I feel like next he's gonna come out and say that he stubbed his knee on something and his knees broke. And what do you know? They just had to extend his knees in surgery with some
No, he's
metal in
6
there.
inches taller. Yeah.
Make him taller.
How tall
Yeah.
is he now?
He's only like an inch taller than me, I think. I'm pretty sure he's 5'7"
Oh man,
or something like that.
that's
I think he
terrible.
was on that list of like short celebrities that we went over a long time ago.
Right. No one will ever defeat Tom Cruise in that category, though. Living the largest life while having the shortest stature.
Tom Cruise is my fucking boy. I love Tom Cruise. Not for the Scientology and not even for the movies, but he's a small guy. We got to look after each other.
Yeah. Also, Tom Cruise.
Well, you have to like him for the movies.
Tom Cruise also didn't go like super far into cosmetic surgery. Like,
No,
he's definitely probably had it done, but like not to any insane degree. I was watching on the flight back over to Australia. I watched the movie. I think it's all A Few Good Men, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Tom Cruise. God, he's so fucking handsome back when he was younger. It's so insane how good looking he is.
he's still good looking today in his fucking
Yeah.
60s. Yeah.
Absolutely, but I forgot how good looking he was back when he was
We
in his,
need
like,
to
20s.
we need to
30s.
reset the counter. Days we've gone without gushing over Tom Cruise.
It's so difficult.
Yeah.
I know. We do this like once a month.
I know.
Well deserved, by the way. I'm okay with it, but
Yeah. He should be like the most hateable person alive, but somehow he isn't. I
Why?
don't know.
Yeah, what
Because
do
of
you
the
mean?
Scientology and shit. Like
Because
he's
he's
actually
short?
like no. What?
Yeah, but what does he actually do in Scientology?
gives
I
them
don't
money.
know.
Who knows?
Yeah, it supports them,
Yeah.
promotes them.
There's a lot of
everything.
there's
It's
a
not
lot
like
of
they're
surface ways that he should easily be hateable. He is a Scientologist. He's part of the Hollywood elite. There's like all those like little surface things, but when you look at him, he just seems like a handsome and friendly guy who's really passionate about acting. Like he does
Yeah.
all his own stunts. That's incredibly fucking impressive.
It is so fucking impressive. I was watching a behind the scenes on the new Mission Impossible. Train scenes aren't like unique. So many movies have like train action sequences, but I don't know how common this is, but they built an entire train for it and actually filmed the entire fight sequence on top of the train going 60 miles per hour and then crashing.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, they
That's
crashed.
awesome.
They crashed the train.
Yeah, they even show like the crash behind the scenes. It's crazy.
Spoiler alert. Is this for Mission Impossible?
Yeah, for Mission Impossible.
It sounds like the only thing that can be shot like one take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's what they said too. It's like legitimately we only have one chance to film it.
The only actor I could think is more impressive in that regard is Jackie Chan. Because like when Tom Cruise does his own stunts, they're all like safe and well maintained and really, really well thought out. Whereas Jackie Chan just says, "I'm gonna jump off this building. I'm gonna slide
and then he
down this
does.
pole and get electrocuted."
You guys better have something ready for me at the bottom when
Yeah.
I do it.
Very much so. Hey, just put a crash pad at the end. It's fine. I'll do it. We're good.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of something to be this attractive.
Mhm.
Tom Cruise has it in spades.
Classic.
My girlfriend pointed this out to me though. Have you guys have definitely noticed that he's like teeth are misaligned with his nose?
Yeah,
right?
he's got a front tooth. He's got a middle
Yeah.
tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
Yeah,
of
no.
people's are though, I think.
Yeah. If he
It's
cared
not
that much,
freaky.
no, I don't mind it. But like if he cared that much about his appearance and stuff, surely he'd have like cosmetic surgery to fix that. But he doesn't. He wears it. He
Well,
smiles with
it's
his full
iconic
mouth
now.
open all the time.
God damn right.
People know him for it now. He can't get it changed. It's his brand.
His brand is the misaligned teeth.
It is.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I knew about that years and years and years ago. You knew about it. I knew about it. Charlie knew about it. Kaya knew about it. It's part of his image.
It's more like a little fun fact, not like his brand.
It still
So like
adds
he's selling
to
it on mugs.
it adds to the mythos. Like, for example, Charlie's long hair. Charlie doesn't need his long hair, but it's a big part of his brand.
Yeah, but Charlie was popular before the long hair.
True, but I would wager that it's made him more popular to some degree.
Do you think Tom Cruise's upper teeth have like shifted over the years?
To try to
Maybe.
escape
Like
his mouth.
tectonic plates.
Yeah.
Tectonic plates. Yeah. What were you going to say about going to the movies?
I went to the movie theater yesterday with my parents, and this is the first movie we've seen together in literally like 11 years since the first Avengers. And I don't usually get anything from the concession, but I was very thirsty. When was the last time you guys went to the movies? We'll start there. Andrew,
I go every weekend, basically.
Australia doesn't count. Australia doesn't
the
count
fuck?
because
Week.
the prices are going to be very different, and I want to talk about prices.
Well, wait, unless they're extremely cheap in America, we're the same. Like cost of living here is insane, and theaters are like the most expensive place you can go.
How much does a bottle of water cost you at a theater in Australia?
Probably like $7.
Oh, holy fuck. Okay, yeah, we're in the same ballpark. That had me infuriated. I was so mad.
That's where they make all their
$7.
money.
Yeah, it was $8 for a bottle of Dasani.
Oh my god.
I was upset. I was about to call out the manager and be like, "Sir, please, this has to be a mistake."
Just
Unbelievable.
Bring your own
Dasani?
next time, Christ.
Yeah, that's kind of insane though, considering like that's actually like $12, $13 Australian. I was saying like $7 Australian. That's nuts.
Oh, yeah, no, it is actually nuts. The price on concessions is crazy, and it's only getting more expensive. Like, it was expensive last time I went to the concession. I don't remember what it was, but this was like alarming to me. When I asked, and this was the smallest bottle too, because they gave me options. They said, do I want like a small bottle of water? Do I want a smart water? Do I want a large water? And I was just like, just give me the small non-smart water. And it was still $8.
Jesus Christ.
Were there any like free variants? Did they do tap water?
No. Well,
Did you go to the
lead in
restroom
it.
and use the sink?
Was there a water fountain?
yeah, true. I don't know. Those were my only options when I asked for a water. They didn't give me like a water cup or anything, so I guess they didn't have any free variants.
You didn't ask for their water menu?
Or just bring your own drinks and put them in your mom's purse or something.
Yeah.
Like, thankfully, movie theaters are still the only place where like outside drinks are banned, but they don't have some sort of TSA security. Whereas at airports, they search up your asshole for any liquids you may be hiding because they
Yeah.
want to sell you that same $8 bottle of fucking water.
I got
Scumbags.
kind of addicted to a substance in the UK while I was sick called Night Nurse, which is like this.
Oh, that's Matt and Danny can't stop like gloating about how good Night Nurse was. Like,
It's so good.
What is Night
Yeah.
Nurse?
Night
It
nurse.
should straight up be illegal. I got addicted
Sounds
to
like
it.
a
I was
drug.
like getting
What the
itchy
fuck is
after I
Night
stopped
Nurse?
using it. And so it's like this liquid you take it and it knocks you out so fucking hard. It was the best sleep I've ever had. Like ever.
it's supposed to be for if you're sick, you take Night Nurse and then you just go to sleep for like 10 hours and then you're good.
Yeah, but we can't get it in Australia, and I guess you can't get it in America.
No,
So
we don't have it here either. We have like NyQuil and shit like that.
yeah, but it's nowhere near as good. Probably
No,
like
it's not. That's what
nothing
Matt
is
and Danny
comparable
said.
to this. So like before we left, Kira took me to Boots, which is like the pharmacy there, and I bought like four bottles. You can just buy them over the counter. You don't need any prescription or anything. Basically, you just go, yeah, I totally have a cold and I need to get rid of it. And then they're like, yeah, that's okay. And so I bought like 4 of them to smuggle over with me into Australia. But then
Did they let you?
No, it was over the 100 milliliter limit for liquids, so then they threw away like 3 of them. But I did have some.
Well, you have to put them in your checked luggage.
I did. I put a few of them in my checked in, but they threw away at least 3.
Oh, okay.
Jackson, can you mail me some?
It's so good,
I'm
Is
serious.
that technically drug trafficking?
and I totally get why like England needs it. They need to sleep through living in London and stuff. So-
Does it like make what is so good about just like do you get better sleep than you would usually?
It was like the heaviest sleep I
insomniac?
had, and I didn't like when I woke up. I didn't feel tired. I didn't feel like I overslept. I didn't feel like I underslept. It was like the perfect level of sleep, and it put me to sleep so quickly, and it like mellowed me out as well beforehand. It was like taking like an actual drug. Like,
Does it
made
taste
me
good?
so calm. Yeah, it tasted good, but I don't know if I was just relating the taste with what the outcome was. Like, I was so excited for the sleep after the first time. It could have been literal diarrhea, and I would have swallowed that shit happily.
Jackson, we should have you mail me some, and we'll take one for an episode, and we have to stay awake through it.
That's
Oh,
fun.
wait, that's actually kind of hype.
Yeah, let's
that
do
would be
it.
fun.
I don't know if we should promote such an addictive substance, though. It is so good.
It'll be fine.
What was the topic? Oh yeah, concessions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're just wherever you go.
So, did you end up getting the water?
Well, yeah, I didn't like send it back.
Here's the question. Did you look how much a soda was?
No, I did not. I didn't bother.
It's probably cheaper.
Yeah, if the sodas were cheaper, you got fucked over real bad because they give you like 64-ounce cups or something stupid, and then
Yeah.
you just go to the soda machine and fill it with water.
Yeah, maybe that's how they get you.
Maybe.
I mean, probably health-conscious people are just easier to fleece. I mean, think about the fact that,
Yeah.
you know, that bottle of water is probably going to be more expensive to get at Whole Foods than a whole casket of, like, soda at Walmart. You know, soda is cheap to sell for some reason.
Yep.
They're, like, giving us that stuff.
Unhealthy food is cheaper than healthy food in a lot of cases.
Which is a shame.
I get it in like organic food and stuff that's like more difficult to grow or whatever because it doesn't use like, you know, additives or whatever. But what about in the case of water? It's just water, right? You just bottle water.
Well, it has to be filtered and stuff. And then sometimes they put and brag about the minerals in it.
Yeah, but that's still like way less effort than creating soda, I assume. Soda is like a concoction.
I guess. I don't know. I really can't tell you what the holdup is, but they got Americans by the balls, man. You can't drink the fucking tap water here unless you have a really good filtration system of some sort.
Oh no, I totally understand needing to buy water.
There's also a huge cultural zeitgeist against water with so many fucking people. I've known many a friend who say, "Oh, I don't drink water. I hate the taste," and they're always drinking either soda or fucking juice or sports drinks.
Well, that's disgusting.
Legitimately, I don't think I've met anyone like that in my
Really?
life. Yeah.
I've met like 3 different people
Really?
throughout my life who hate drinking water.
Yeah, you've never met someone who said they don't like a taste of water?
No. I know they
Wow.
exist.
It's usually
I've
people
never
who just
actually
grew
met
up on
someone, though.
soda. Yeah, which is sad because it's the easiest solution too. Just fucking add flavor to it, which
Yeah.
doesn't have to be unhealthy. Just put tea in it, organic teas or sparkly water. I love sparkly water, even plain. For some reason, people look at me like I'm a retarded monster whenever I ask for plain sparkly water.
Yeah, water.
I don't know why Americans hate
Water
it so
is
much.
such a fucking amazing miracle solution to 1,000 problems. Like dieting, it's the easiest thing in the world. If you're struggling on dieting, switch to drinking water. Like at first, you can keep everything else the same, but just switching to water and cutting all those liquid calories is such a great starting point. It's nuts.
And again, you can put stuff in it. Just get like healthy electrolytes and such and put them in there. It'll add a little bit of flavor if you just hate plain water,
Yeah.
which is fine. I also don't like plain water. I always drink it with lime. I'm a big lime
Oh,
slut.
you're a lime boy? I'm a lemon boy. I like some lemon water.
Yeah. We're bros. We're like second cousins
Yeah.
in that regard. We're never gonna get scurvy.
Do we have any cucumber water fans?
I was about to say, what do you guys do when they bring out the ritzy cucumber water?
The fuck is that?
I'm not gonna send it back, but that's fine.
I'm okay with it. I like it every
Why
now and
would
then.
you put cucumber
I
in
don't
water?
seek it out.
It's I
Yeah.
don't really know what it does besides just make it taste a little. It makes it taste like a little like
Fresher.
cleaner. Yeah,
Yeah.
like fresher.
It's a different experience, Jackson. You should try it.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I've only had
I'd
it
rather they
handful of
put like
times.
little umbrellas in my water. That'd be nice.
Oh, well, that just adds
Cocktail
nothing.
Umbrellas. Well, it adds style.
What does that do? The new dieting tip.
Add an umbrella to your water.
Pretend it's a little alcoholic drink, but it's just water.
No, it's perfect for dieting because you use it to block the water from your lips, so you can't have any. So you just lose weight.
Mm.
I was just thinking while we were talking about this, water is like the most important thing to like living. How do people not drink it?
Yeah, it's really fascinating.
I mean, they do. It's just water they consume is in Coke and
Yeah.
coffee
Yeah.
and whatever else.
But you would need to drink. Well, also, doesn't Coke like counteract the water? Doesn't it make you more dehydrated?
Yeah, but it can't be doing more dehydration than hydration, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I feel like you drank only Coke during the day. I guess it depends on how much. But if you only drank Coke during the day, I feel like you'd end the day dehydrated.
Yeah, but you would still survive, is my point. I think
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
there was some guy on some reality show I watched years ago that lived on Coke. He didn't even eat anything.
Really?
He just consumed
Wow.
bare calories from cola. Yeah, he didn't have any teeth.
Holy shit.
But they got him on the show to fix his lifestyle, and I forget what the deal was, but yeah, I mean, he supposedly lived, so.
Because the point I was going to add on that is a lot of your water intake comes from the food you eat. People kind of forget that there's water in our food.
No, true. Especially if you only
like
eat
watermelon.
cucumbers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Good point.
watermelon.
Well, I mean, even just look at, for example, like chicken breast, like all that juice. That's mostly water. So you're consuming water. You know,
You mean the grease?
Is it mostly water?
there's water in foods. Yes, not all foods, but a lot of foods, like meats.
Especially if you eat water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just freeze my water and eat it. It's a lot more
Yeah,
convenient.
in ice format. Yeah.
But yeah, think about vegetables as well. Like celery, that shit's soaking wet. Stuff like that.
Well, so you should
Humans
plunge
are like
all of your
70%
food.
water.
You should plunge all of your food into like a pot of water before you eat it as well.
That's called
a
soup,
soup.
Jackson.
Holy shit!
You've invented something amazing.
What the fuck?
And speaking of soup, let's talk about that internet, shall we? The internet
Mhm.
is a veritable soup of all sorts of terrifying things, such as your data being stolen, or websites being blocked and restricted, or perhaps worst of all, streaming services not giving you the full content you pay for. Ooh, I don't know why I made that scary. It doesn't matter. ExpressVPN is here to let you browse the internet without it being scary. If you think that your stuff is being kept private, well, you're not entirely sure without a VPN now, are you? You could be going through your shopping list and going, oh, let's see, got new underwear, got my sex toys, got my this, got my that. Oh, shit, wait, Grandma. Oh, no, she's hacking me and she's going to judge my purchases. You don't want that. You don't want your grandmother, who's incredibly tech savvy, to hop onto your computer and see what's going on, just like you don't want anyone to do it. You also don't want to be browsing a limited / hacked up version of Netflix or Hulu or Peacock or one of the 500 new streaming services that we have this day and age. You're going to want to get whatever you can out of it, which is why ExpressVPN is going to allow you to protect your privacy online and change your location at just the click of a button. One of our handsome official hosts was pretty much mandatorily required to use ExpressVPN for the longest time, and he loves it and cares for it and wishes it the best of luck. Secure your online activity by visiting expressvpn.com/official today. That's expressvpn.com/official, and you can get an extra 3 months for free by just going to that link and that link only. expressvpn.com/official for an extra 3 months for free. That's all we got.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Nice.
sponsor.
Thank you,
Nice.
ExpressVPN.
What actually happened this week? Nothing funny happened.
I could talk about how driving should terrify all of you now, if we
Well,
want.
driving has always terrified me.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
but-
been my whole thing.
It's so much worse than I thought. So I'll give the context here. There's a show I found from a guy watching it on Twitch, and then I found out the whole thing's on YouTube. It's called Canada's Worst Driver. Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah, it was a very popular show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard
and
of
it's-
country's worst driver. Like Australia has a variant as well, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
It's
Yeah.
pretty around the block, but it's very good. It's a reality show that's actually not super constructed, super over edited, over directed. It feels pretty fucking just here's what happens, moving on. And what has got me while watching this show, I've seen a few seasons now, is the absolute lack of self-awareness of people on the road. It is shocking how many people think that they're good, well-attentive, knowledgeable drivers, and yet they're just out there scraping bumpers, causing accidents, almost running people over in crosswalks. It's astounding to me how many people are like that. Holy shit.
Was there one particular example that really like made it click for you?
So on one of the seasons I watched, for example, they bring in a priest. And he's very, very nice. He's very, very nice guy. He's a fucking priest. And his problem is he drives too slow. He's constantly like 10, 15 miles per hour under the speed limit. And they're like, Father Giles, listen, it's good that you want to drive cautiously, but sometimes when you're slow, you're a road hazard. You got to like drive with traffic. And he's like, oh, okay, I understand. So they have him do an obstacle course to test like his precision steering and all that stuff. And you think this old sweet guy is going to take like 3 hours on the course, blah, 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 blah. No. What happens is at one point he makes a bumbling turn and he gets confused and stomps on the gas instead of the brakes and plows through and demolishes half the course. And the whole time I watch the show, I just keep thinking, oh my God, I share the road with these kind of people. Holy shit.
Well, wait, what did you want? They told him to go fast, and he went fast.
No, it's like a 20 mile per hour course.
Well, wait, so to go fast, they put him on a slow course?
Because they don't just tell him, so they test everything. They test like your precision steering, your brake control, your if you can shift in a manual, if you can reverse in a straight line. Well. They test everything.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, he just fucking floors it.
No, he fucking, yeah, so he thought the gas pedal was the brake and vice versa, and he just stomps on the gas and mows through the course and demolishes it. And I just keep thinking, holy shit. People like this are driving every single day. He was not that old. He was probably like late 50s.
Huh.
Yeah. But they bring in a ton of people. The whole point is that they try to focus on people with different issues like road rage or cluelessness or all sorts of different stuff. And they always have 2 or 3 people on every season who are just completely fucking clueless and don't even know how to drive, but they have a valid license. And they always explain how they got it. And they're always like, yeah, I did the test and the guy felt sorry for me, so he gave me my license anyway. And it's like, holy fucking crap.
Do you guys feel like to keep your license, you should have to retake the test like once every 10 years?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've 100%. Yeah. Either that or when you hit like 50 and older, you should do it every couple years. Months. Yeah.
Well, every 6 months is kind of a hassle, but
Jackson, another one they brought on was an elderly woman. She was like, I think 75. And her hobbies, because she was bored and just basically wanted to die by this point, were running stop signs and driving drunk. She would do it for fun.
That's a hobby?
Literally for fun.
That's not a hobby, that's a crime.
Yeah, she would do it as a hobby. Because she was like, she explained, she was like, oh, I love the adrenaline rush I get. I love the thrill. It makes me feel young again. And they would just film her with cameras in her car, and she would just do shots of whiskey at stoplights.
Like, and they still let her drive? What?
Exactly. That's what
Why would they not
so
arrest her?
bad.
Yeah. They just want to see how it panned out. This is great entertainment.
So the guy who runs the show, so everything they do is on a closed course. They never put them in public roads until the end as like a final review. They never put her back on a public road. They kept her for like 4 episodes, and then at the end,
they put her in prison.
She suffered a fucking heart attack because
what the fuck?
Yeah, so she apparently has angina, which is a heart defect that old people get. And she never told the show. And they were like, you have to be medically cleared to be on the show, so we have to kick you out. And when they kicked her out, they said, listen, we can't legally take your license away. We're not like the government, but we are going to advocate until the end of time that you stop driving. You are not a safe driver. You need to be off the road forever. You will kill somebody. And she said, I'll think about it. And then she drove home. I can't.
Did you drink and drive home?
Very likely. Very probably.
So if she died of a heart attack, that means she had a completely clean record of successfully drunk driving.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Well, it's terrifying, though, because people are getting away with this left and right.
Yeah. This is why I have always been scared. It's the main reason I've always been anxious about driving on the roads. It's not because of my own abilities behind the wheels. It's because like you're putting so much faith in other strangers constantly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my big argument against motorcycles. I will never ever do a motorcycle ever. I think they're cool, but never. And it's because I don't care how good I am at riding it. I don't care how alert and attentive and aware and amazing I am. I don't trust other cars. And someone could easily just sideswipe into you and you are dead. You are just 100% killed. And
All
there's
it takes
nothing
is
you can
one
do.
person's split-second decision, and then like you have nothing to do with it. You can't like avoid it or anything. You don't
Yep.
have the time to react. You don't have the room to maneuver. Nothing.
Yep.
And then you're just dead in like a horrifically fucking awful way. Basically, it's like I get we need cars to go everywhere, but damn, I wish we didn't.
Yeah. But anyway, it just kind of shocked
bikes
me.
are way worse than cars.
Well, yeah, but still,
I also see the temptation with bikes. It's like, because when you're driving down a like empty highway on like the countryside, you can kind of see the appeal. You know, yeah, this would be awesome on a bike, and it looks safe. There's no one else.
especially if you were Tom
but it's-
Cruise as well on the back of that thing.
Yeah, yeah. and
If I
had
was
that
riding on the
tooth in
back with Tom Cruise, I'd feel safe no matter what.
True.
He'd jump me out of harm's way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you saying, Kyle?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's probably still one of the dumbest things you can do is ride a
It
motorcycle
is.
at high speeds.
It has its pros. Like they are very gas efficient and they do take up a lot less room.
Hot.
But in terms of safety, it's just not worth it at all, in my opinion. Especially on modern roads, not at all.
Especially when I see people riding on bikes without taking even like the bare minimum of safety precautions that you should when riding a bike, like wearing like road leathers and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like I see people riding around in like short pants and a fucking like tank top or whatever, and I'm like, you're insane. Even if you like get into a minor crash, think about all the road burn that you're going to experience.
The classic maneuver that I always see is you get a guy on a Kawasaki or a Yamaha Japanese speed bike. He's wearing a t-shirt and a helmet, but a t-shirt, and he's weaving in between cars to go faster and faster. I see that constantly.
So do I.
Yeah.
That happened the other day. But it's always such a big head scratching moment when you're sitting at a light and a motorcycle goes in between in the lanes just to get to the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, splitting.
Classic. Is that illegal in Florida? Lane splitting?
I think it's illegal everywhere, right? Wouldn't
it should be.
It'd have to be,
absolutely
I think.
should be. But it's also very dangerous because you could just be sitting behind someone and they don't see you. So they just fucking tap you or whatever happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, those are the worst. Whenever you see a video of like a motorcycle guy crashing into the underside of like an 18-wheeler,
Oh,
and the guy just doesn't see him or even notice the bump.
yeah.
He has no awareness of it happening, and then what is it called? He gets turned into a meat crayon.
Yeah.
Is that the terminology?
So they
that.
discuss that a lot on Canada's Worst Driver. They're constantly like, check your blind spot. Here's the blind spot. Here's like a test they have a test they do where they drive them in like circles and they just have to keep passing each other. And the whole point is to teach them where the blind spots on the car are. And if you are driving in a car, you have a pretty big blind spot. Now, modern cars have a lot of things to mitigate it, like blind spot detection, et cetera, et cetera. But there is still an angle where you're sitting that you basically cannot see a car next to you, pretty much at all. Now, take that vehicle and make it like a fourth as thin. And how the fuck are you ever going to see a motorcycle in your blind spot? Ever. You're not.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Okay, I think the solution is we have to make them bigger, just like cars, right? Make the motorcycles gigantic.
We got to weld 5 of them together like Death Clock.
But it still has to be on 2 wheels.
Yeah. Precariously balanced the whole time. Yeah, Jackson?
I was going to say, speaking about like cars and how much we don't trust people driving cars, this ties nicely into the topic of electric flying cars seem like they might become a possibility in the next 10 years. They've been approved for FAA testing, basically, making test flights with them. So it's going ahead. And now I'm thinking about it, now that we've been talking about this, That sounds like just the worst possible idea, is taking these drivers and putting them in the fucking sky where they can do anything.
Yep.
Like, it's kind of nuts.
I don't think a flying car will ever come to reality the way we envision it, because you can get the actual car. Yeah, look, it's a car and it flies like a future movie, but there will be so many rules and laws and FAA regulations around it that it'll never just have like a lane of traffic in the air. There's no way. They will not trust people with it.
You reckon you'll be required to like go on specific flight routes that are approved?
Oh, not only
by
that.
the FAA.
Not only that, I bet it'll have a specific pilot's license that you'll have to like apply for and study hours and hours and hours for. I don't think it's just going to be hop in the car and fly away. No way.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not.
Well, unless it's like self-driven. But we haven't even figured out self-driving on the ground. So.
And hey now, what's a self-driving self-driving air car or a self-driving air bus if not a fucking airplane that we already have? There it is. Same thing.
Yeah, but having your own vehicle would be nicer than getting ass raped by TSA for $10 bottles of, water.
True.
Yeah, I could take my night nurse anywhere.
I hate flying.
Jackson, when you get the flying car next decade, bring me some night nurse in it.
Yeah, I'll do smuggling runs with night nurse.
Do you guys think you could do that? Do you think that if there was a flying car, you could just sail it across the ocean and go to Australia or wherever?
That'll never happen. I don't think we'll ever reach that point.
You'd probably have jets on your back eventually, and also fuel, obviously, would be an issue.
Yeah, fuel. I don't think even small pilots' licenses, like the little propeller planes, they don't have that much range.
Yeah, the range is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
If they did, I would actually consider that. Like, fuck, maybe I should just get a pilot's license and like buy a little plane and fly around instead of relying on the goddamn airlines.
That's like how most rich people die, is in like plane crashes, like their own little prop planes.
I briefly considered it to get over my phobia, exposure therapy. Okay, maybe I should just sign up for pilot's lessons and whatnot. But apparently it's one of the most dangerous hobbies you can do, so screw that.
Yeah, like flying itself is ridiculously safe, like in comparison to other forms of transport. But like self-flying small prop planes is like pretty dangerous.
It's also really obnoxious. They're loud as fuck. So the whole time you're trying to fly and have fun, you're just like screaming over each other to try to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be trying to have fun. I don't care. I'll put in my earplugs and just ride it out. I don't care. But it's more so oh shit, wait, I hit a penguin or something in the air.
What the fuck is the penguin doing in the air?
No, he's taking off in Antarctica.
Maybe I'm flying low. So I can club some seals on the way to my friend's house. I don't know.
Detour to fucking Antarctica.
Could you imagine being a penguin and just living the worst fucking life on the planet?
Do they live the worst life on the planet?
Okay, so think about how fucked Antarctica is. It's a giant nothing expanse desert of pure frozen hellscape.
Yeah, they like it.
And it's so goddamn cold and unhospitable that when you have children, you have to hide them under your genitals for fucking years until they can finally survive.
You think if they didn't like it, they wouldn't have chosen somewhere else to live, like the Bahamas or some shit?
They should all just move to the Bahamas. Yes, they have that power. That's right. I forgot.
Well, they chose to live there at some point.
Tons of babies live with their parents, in and on their parents, like
under
kangaroos and stuff. And they live in cozy.
Yeah, kangaroos literally live in the jelly beans live in their little genital pouches.
Jelly beans?
True.
That's what they look like when
Australians call it.
Yeah.
No, maybe, but that's like, have you seen like baby kangaroos? They look like little jelly beans.
That's pretty cute.
That's cute.
I mean, no, it's not. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, they're all slimy and gross.
Yeah, they look like
salamanders, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Like little gross fucking reptile monsters.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't feel bad for penguins. They seem cozy. Maybe if they were naked, that would suck.
Well, they do have tuxedos. That's true.
Yeah, here, wait. Here's a picture. You guys think that's cute?
Oh, no, that's like a fucking fetus. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like a grown one, like a kitten size thing, not that. Okay.
No, they're like little small things.
Yeah, they're gross.
That's like a booger.
Yeah.
Just call boogers, not jelly beans.
Look like jelly beans.
Okay, what else happened? Fucking everybody cried about Twitter.
Yet
Don't
again.
care.
You'll be back.
And yet again, nothing happened.
Oh! Oh, the bad apology.
Wait, what do you mean nothing happened?
What do you mean?
Nothing. It was down for one morning,
What? No, it's
I
the
think.
the rate limit change.
Yeah, the rate limiting.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It had nothing to do with
Yeah,
nothing-
temporarily.
Yeah, but it's still that doesn't
For
mean
like
that
a
it's,
day.
yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's,
It's not the end
not
of
a
the
stupid
world.
decision. What the fuck? It's just people making fun of it. What do you mean? Why does it have to be the end of the world? What the fuck?
I've seen multiple people again say that Twitter is done and destroyed and dying, and I'm leaving.
Yeah,
and
if
what's
that
the
was a
best site to leave?
if that was a permanent
Absolutely.
solution, absolutely, it would have killed the site. 100%. Then there's no telling how long a temporary thing's gonna last, especially on Twitter.
I don't think it would have killed it.
Obviously, it wasn't gonna be a permanent solution, and yeah, I also don't think it would have killed the site. People would line up and just keep refreshing the app. Do you really still underestimate how addicted people are to this fucking thing? Charlie, they looked at, I can only see 10,000 posts a day. Oh, Twitter is dead. What am I gonna do?
I mean,
It was 800, right?
well, no, 300 was the start, and that literally takes a matter of like actual seconds if you
Now-
just do
now see
like three
that-
full scrolls.
Now, see, that blew my mind because I've never once come close to hitting that limit.
300, you
Yeah.
absolutely have, because every single thing you see counts. So a reply,
Right.
a post, everything. If you do 3 scrolls on your timeline, you hit it.
But every single time I open Twitter, I'd use it for like 2 minutes and then close it and say, oh, I'm done.
Yeah, but in those 2 seconds, it loads like 100
If you did that like
posts on
twice in a day, you would have hit it.
I don't know. I never hit it.
I don't. The other day when I was on, when the whole rate limiting stuff was happening, wasn't it 600 as well? I thought it was 600.
It was 600, then they bumped it up to 800, I think.
300. I think 300 was for like unverified, like new accounts.
Yeah,
or
new
something.
accounts, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So 600 was what most people were dealing with. But regardless, like I was on all of that day pretty much. I wasn't like infinite scrolling or anything, but like I was checking Twitter frequently and scrolling. a
I
little
was
bit.
because I discovered my new addiction, which is Louisiana hot sauce, and I had a lot of it. So I was basically drinking that fucking shit.
Oh.
And I was on and off the toilet all day,
Oh, right.
scrolling Twitter. And yeah, I also didn't hit any limit.
It didn't make sense to me. I thought you meant like you were on their like Twitter account, this hot sauce's Twitter account.
Yeah, I thought
brand,
you were
like,
looking at
just
pictures of
scrolling
hot
through it.
sauce all day.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
No, I was just forced to be on the toilet a lot, and I was just mindlessly scrolling.
How could this possibly
That
have
sauce
happened?
is so addictive.
I never hit the rate limit personally.
Me
but
neither.
I don't know. Did you, Charlie?
I don't know. I haven't really been using Twitter much at all recently.
I'll go ahead and I'll coincide with why Twitter blows dick and sucks, and I hope it crashes and burns. Why the fuck can you not use the website without an account these days at all? You can't even fucking search.
Well, there was also part
unless
of
you're
the
logged in.
temporary thing that, well, I think that's still in place. But yeah, he started doing that. Well, the team, Twitter, as a company, started doing that like 2 days ago, I think. Which is annoying to me too. The original website that always did that to me and cock-blocked me was Pinterest. And Pinterest used to be like 90% of my fucking Google image search results for
Yeah,
some reason.
Same shit.
And then I would click into the results and it would tell me to make a Pinterest account. It's like, I'm not a college girl. I don't have a Pinterest account and I never will. It's stupid that I can't even look at a post.
Doesn't Instagram do the
think
same
Facebook
shit?
does the same.
Where if you look at a person's profile, you can scroll it a little bit, and then it says log into Instagram to get
Yeah.
the best of Instagram.
Like all social media does.
I
Like
can't
Facebook, you can't look at
stand that
specific
fucking
accounts and stuff.
shit. Why are we limiting content on the internet? It's so stupid.
No, because they want you in the walled garden.
But it's
So that they can
dumb.
control
It's
you.
so dumb. You can hop on YouTube and watch anything without being logged in, and then the creator gets views, and it boosts their account, and it helps, and everyone's happy. Whereas every other website, they're like, oh, we want your fucking account, even though they should just track the view or the click. It's the same thing
They
for the
do.
creator.
They do.
But it's just, I guess, protection against bots and such, I suppose.
I guess.
OpenAI is, I guess, now getting sued for scraping 300 billion words on the internet, regardless of if it's copyrighted content or personal information. So that's fun.
I feel like ChatGPT is like kind of losing popularity now that people are kind of thinking of it more as like a search engine, like a smart search engine.
It is. And their web browsing was hyped up so much. I don't know how much you guys have been using it, but it's not that good.
No, it's not.
Because a lot of the websites have now wisened up to it. So first of all, it does the whole browsing the web, clicking a link, click failed, browsing the web, clicking a link, click failed. Like it just gets denied on every fucking website now. I can't even browse Twitter anymore at the moment, I don't think, or any sort of like publication. And even when it can, it just gives you the first result. Because if you ask it for a recipe, all it does is Google the same thing that you just asked it and copy and paste the same result to you. Which at that point, I don't even blame the website for blocking their fucking AI crawlers from their websites. It's like, fuck you. Why should you get my content without any of the advertising?
Yeah.
It's almost as if the fear around AI is overblown. Isn't that weird?
No.
It's almost like we talked about this months ago.
It said this isn't real AI.
I don't know how true this is. I didn't look into it much, but apparently the AI is now starting to train on itself too much, and it's like hitting a plateau. So it's trying to train on human content and just running into previous AI-generated content instead.
Classic. I have a related topic on that. So my girlfriend sells art at conventions around the US. Like, you know, she draws, she's an artist, she prints out prints and stickers and has a booth. And if you've been to an anime convention or a comic convention or whatever, you've seen that whole like group of artists with tables and shit. Apparently, a thing that's been happening a lot lately, she sees it at least like once every convention, is someone will set up a booth and they'll just sell prints of AI art. Just flagrant AI art. And and every single con, the staff has to come up to them and say, hey, you can't do that. You need to get the fuck out. And it's always so obvious, too, because number one, it's always prints of like 30 different art styles all in one booth being run by some college kid. Obviously nothing they drew or made. And number two, people will look at their prints and be like, oh, this one, the guy's got 6 fingers. What's going on there? Oh, that's kind of weird.
Artistic style, artistic choice.
Yeah. It's becoming a problem now. It's happening like at every con.
I work for Marvel.
Yeah, you've got to be so fucking like brave or just like ignoring all of the signs and facts to go to an actual like place where artists congregate and take AI generated art there and sell it.
You have to be fucking
You don't get
stupid.
it, Jackson. No,
What do you mean?
AI artists are real artists too. You have to find the right prompt to get a cool result. So
You got to be a
creative with
fucking
your
idiot
words.
because you're throwing it into the lion's den. You're taking it to the place where people would notice it more than anywhere else on the planet.
And also hate it with a passion.
the worst thing that happens is that you just get kicked out and that's it.
Oh, they get banned. They're not allowed to come back.
The best thing that happens is you make sweet $5. You get to take that to the corner store.
Doesn't the table at the convention cost them money? though?
Yes, it costs a shitload depending on the convention.
Or do they get a refund?
No, they get banned and kicked out of the convention center.
But then why would they keep doing it if at some point it has to be profitable for them somehow?
I think it's different people every time doing it.
Oh.
Yeah. Or they just try their luck at the next one. I don't know. But those booths at conventions can cost hundreds of dollars just to get a spot. So if you go in there and the first day the con starts, you just get kicked out after you've made like $20, you're fucked.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Twitter can burn. Back to the original point.
Yeah.
Sorry. I hope all the social medias burn.
Fuck, I hate playing the middle side, but both, like, the sensitive, but, like, both sides are fucking awful in the whole Twitter debate. Like, people overblow it so much.
No, they
that
are.
It becomes annoying. But
This is
then
what
also,
it's the
the Musk dick riders are so fucking obnoxious as well. Treating Musk like some kind of fucking genius where this is a 5D fucking chess move. It's so fucking annoying.
It's because Twitter in general is garbage. It's just a terrible, worthless website that does nothing.
Well,
They all are.
there is real value in like update, like a breaking news updates, especially for like your local community. Like there is real value.
Oh, there is a lot of real value. Just, yeah.
It's just overall, it's still a net negative for all of humanity.
There's so many great people on there. Great, like you said, like citizen journalism. There's artists on there. There's just scientists, programmers, video game developers. Your local politician, for whatever fucking reason, is on there. It's a great website, but it's one of the better ones, let's say. But also, if it got destroyed, I'm not gonna like mourn.
Well, yeah.
kill myself over it.
It's because Twitter is now so far removed from the original point. The original point was it was like sending a text message to the internet because it was rate limited to 140 characters. And the idea was you were just supposed to post things in there that were like what you would send in a text message or a message to people or what the fuck ever. Like, here's what I'm doing. Here's a quick update. Here's a small little bite of my world. But now...
Wasn't the original point to just follow celebrities? I remember when Twitter was like just celebrities, basically, and you just follow.
Yeah, it was a way to quickly update people on things, like with the news updates and all that shit. That was the point. So a celebrity could be like, I'll be at this convention, I'll be at this concert, this thing just happened at the mall, et cetera, et cetera. But now, then they brought it up to 280 character limit, right? They doubled it. And then, if you have Twitter Blue now, you can basically have no limit. And then you can post videos and images and all this shit. And it's like, what is the point of this website now? It's just post anything. And why is that good? Because then it's just garbage.
Well, it doesn't all have to be garbage. People post like thoughtful articles on there now, which they can instead of using websites.
One of the main reasons Twitter sucked is because of the 140 character limit. Like, people were forced into like just tweeting the most, fucking
childish dunk.
Yeah, just the most fucking limited
stream
stuff.
Of consciousness.
Yeah,
I don't mind them. Like, I think Musk said that he wants it to be the everything app, which whatever. If you want to give people a Patreon alternative with it, if you want to give them a Medium alternative for articles, great. The only issue is that I can already see brewing is that people are going to rely on this as their one central app where they replace YouTube with this, Medium with this, Patreon with this, and then when you get banned off of here, you're fucked again. So it's the same issue of centralizing stuff.
Yeah, the internet really doesn't need more centralization.
And we also already have it. For example, YouTube. YouTube, you upload videos, but there's also community posts. There's also subscribers and monetization through memberships, I think they call it. There's donation systems now. There's all that shit. You can stream through YouTube. YouTube is already an example of congregating all the content in one place. You can do all of that on YouTube. So how is Twitter any better or different when YouTube has, like, what is it, 33 billion users a year or a month or something? Something ridiculous compared to Twitter?
Well, they don't have all of the artists and tech people and politicians and such, I guess. Twitter really does have just a ginormous user base of actually useful people, or people who are worth following, whereas... I don't know what Reddit's user base is, but at the top of your head, how many Reddit users can you name who, like, you would even notice if they died?
There was that marine biologist who lied about everything. That was cool.
What was that? Is that what the story was with that guy? Because I remember him. I just don't remember why he fell off. Is it because he lied?
I think he was super popular for posting insightful shit all the time. And then people found out he either lied about his credentials or was like stealing other people's work and reposting it or something. I don't remember the details, but I remember he was like the only Redditor who was like famous. Yeah.
His name was Unidan.
Yeah.
Was he the fucking one that went on about crows all the time?
I don't remember. He actually got banned for vote fraud. He was using multiple secret accounts to increase the popularity of his posts.
That was it. So he became a famous Redditor, quotes on famous, but he was known as the excited biologist who would excitedly answer questions and explanations of concepts on biology and ecology. And then he was banned because he was using accounts to boost his own posts and look as more popular than he was.
So he was a doctoral student from 2011 to 2018 and left before completing the degree. I'm going to wager a guess he left to full-time Reddit, and that's the saddest fucking thing in the world.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, well. We should all...
Does that site even offer its users a way to monetize their content? Like,
Reddit?
Moderators don't get paid to users. Oh my God.
No. And when people pay the website, it goes to the website.
Wait, actually, hold on, I have a great example of that. And I think we've talked about it before. Do you guys remember Gallo Boob?
Yeah.
I think it was, I'm going to double check. But he's the one who made an entire series of like how to monetize being a Reddit superstar. And he was basically like, he had like a series of YouTube videos and shit like that where he was trying to spin his Reddit fame into like real world success. I think it was Gallo
How'd that
Boob.
work out?
Not well at all.
Yeah, I'm looking up his account. He's the guy who has like 35 million karma. Was that all he was famous for, though? I'm on his account right now.
Yeah, he was a Twitter power user. I'm almost positive it was.
I think he's still active.
Sorry, Reddit.
No, he hasn't posted in 2 years.
Yeah, I'm almost positive he was the one that went on this spree about like how you can actually become his fucking bio on Twitter was Reddit superstar and like entrepreneur or something as a result. Like it was so embarrassing. Hopefully it is Galaboo, but I'm not misremembering, but I'm almost positive it is.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, there's really no way of monetizing Reddit fame at all.
I mean, yeah, this guy's got 30 million karma and is a literal celebrity on the website, and yet name a single thing that this guy has ever done, ever. Anything.
Nothing. That's what I mean, though. Yeah, like this is it. At least, okay, on YouTube you can monetize yourself. On Twitter, I think now you can monetize yourself, or at least shill your shit. On Twitter, every post is just from a faceless fucker who probably plagiarized a post from somebody else. We've done this test in the past, remember, where we just stole the top-rated post from a subreddit and reposted it and got upvotes. Reddit users are really at least like 20 IQ points below any other social media site. They're true cucks in every sense of the word.
We've talked about this before. It is the literal worst platform to make a career off of. You legitimately...
you don't need to make a career on every platform, first of all. Not every platform needs to be...
If you're spending 8 hours a day on Reddit, you should at least be trying to get something out of it long term, but there's really nothing to do with it.
They're addicted to the platform, so they're getting enjoyment out of it. That's the entire
Is that enjoyment, though?
We mean like real currency that's not internet moderation powers.
And even then, wrapping that around, Jackson, is addiction true enjoyment? Are you really satisfied with your life?
No, I'm not fucking encouraging people to spend 8 hours on Reddit. I'm just saying they feel like they're getting something out of it. It's not like they're going in with the goal of getting a job with Reddit, you know.
My point earlier with when I said this guy has done nothing at all ever, I don't mean like in general. Maybe his private life is really, really great. That's fine. But his Reddit career means nothing. It has not resulted in merch or a huge job or like being brought onto a good project. Nothing.
Yeah, this is applicable to Galaboo for sure, because he obviously was like a power user that did think it was a career, but like the general fucking user doesn't think of Reddit as a career, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, they don't. They're just consumed because they don't care. Whenever when you're on Twitter, on YouTube, you give them that person money because of what they have created. You are paying a musician, say on Twitter, for their content. You don't go to Reddit for Galloboop's content because it's all somebody else's content. He was like the original AI. He just congregated fucking everybody else's content.
Well, look, so I think you're misremembering where these power users get their karma. It's because they reply to actually every single post ever.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're just updating their replies. They're not even bothering to congregate content or anything. They're just making
like congregating. I meant just posting, right? Like making posts where he would take a popular image on the internet and put it on Reddit. That's fine, but it's not his content. You're not going to pay Galloboob to find you funny photos.
There's only one user that I ever enjoyed like frequently seeing on Reddit, and it was the dude who would always post in earthquake threads. Like I think he was the earthquake guy or something, and he would give actually useful information on the earthquake in the reply, the comment. That's all he did. There was like no ego or anything there. It was just like the earthquake information. I always appreciated that. That was actually useful.
Also, I have to issue a correction. I scrolled a bit more through Galloboop's profile. He is still posting. From what I can see, his newest post is 19 days old. And that threw me off because Reddit's fucking sort is if you sort their post by new, it doesn't put it newest to oldest. It just kind of gives you like a conglomeration of newer posts. So it showed me a 2-year-old post, then a 3-year-old post, then a 19-day-old post when sorted by new on his profile. So thanks, Reddit. Appreciate it.
Are you sure he hasn't like pinned those maybe or something?
Oh, they might actually be pinned. Yeah. Either way.
I'm not sure.
Damn, this guy's dead. He posted something 20 days ago and he didn't even get 300 updates.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, if you read his Wikipedia page, it's because a lot of his
yes, Wikipedia page.
yeah. It's a lot of his shit was basically fraudulent. So he was initially banned for sock accounts where he'd update his own shit, which apparently is just super common for these Reddit power users to update their shit.
Yeah, because why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't get caught, it costs you nothing. Do it.
There were leaks that the power moderators were updating their own protest posts on the subreddits to make it look like the protest was still popular, which is why the posts would get like 20,000 upvotes, but all the comments would be telling them to shut the fuck up.
I just like that has to be the saddest shit ever. You make a comment and then you go on your other accounts to give it up doodles. Like that's so embarrassing. There's just nothing to gain from it other than like a sense of satisfaction, I guess.
Well, I assume they just upvote their own thing. They buy bot farms to upvote their own things.
Yeah, probably. Which is even sadder if they're actually spending money on it.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
sure.
I don't know which one's sadder, if they're personally doing the labor of updating all of their accounts or if they're paying for it.
I think the saddest thing is a step beforehand where you even think that that's a good idea and you should do that. Yeah. Like I get going through with it. It costs you nothing and it's like, fuck it, why not? You get free attention, but thinking in any respect that it's worth anything is the problem.
I want you to look at this man's face. This is Gallo Boob. Let me take this screenshot. His name's Robert Elam, Reddit moderator and chief marketing officer at Supload. You're so defeated. And the headline of the article is Unpaid and Abused. Moderators speak out against Reddit.
Wait, that's Scallowboob?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Wait, so he
He's not as fat as you would think.
He's a chief marketing officer. He did get a job from this, maybe.
Not at Reddit. I don't know what Supload is. You can just make your own company and make yourself whatever the hell you want.
True. Yeah.
Christ, this is
All right.
sad.
Did you guys want to talk about the worst apology probably ever fucking made?
Sure.
Yeah, let's wrap up with it.
Yeah.
Is that this girl that I keep seeing with her little ukulele?
Colleen
Okay, explain it.
vlogs. Yeah.
Colleen Ballinger.
Colleen Ballinger, yeah.
Miranda Sings.
Also known as Miranda Sings, baby. She was
in
massive
Wreck-It
in,
Ralph 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
She was in a lot.
Charlie was like a goat on that one. He brought the farm animal out for this one.
She also has her own Netflix show, right?
She does. I don't know if it's still on Netflix though. I'll double check for you.
Probably not anymore after this.
Yeah. These allegations have been around for a while. I remember seeing them like 2-3 years ago.
Did you want me to play this real quick?
It is still on Netflix.
Wait, let's give a little bit of a synopsis or a preamble to it first.
Okay, yeah, what did she
play
do?
The actual video. So allegedly, she sent inappropriate messages to her fans. She was in like group chats with a bunch of underage fans. She sent her used, I don't know if they were used. She sent her underwear to some underage male fan, and then there's like a bunch of other allegations about how inappropriate she is at her live shows, which are like, is her content mostly targeted towards kids?
Yeah.
Charlie?
Yeah.
So she's basically a children's entertainer that forged too friendly of a relationship with her actual audience, fans, and so it's kind of like boiled over now, and people aren't happy. People think she's a predator, basically. That's about it.
Yeah, given a child your underwear is really not great choice.
That's not a good look.
No.
It doesn't even matter if it was used or not.
There is a ton of like text messages and videos that she would send her underage fans. It's all pretty degenerate, awful shit.
Yeah, there were like group chats as well.
How long were these allegations going on?
Oh, yeah, years. I think it's been like 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Has anything been done before this about it?
People have talked about it, but it just never gained steam like it did recently. There's just been like a flood of a lot of other people coming forward with more and more information as opposed to just a few.
I think 2 years ago, it was more like the general sentiment, I think, was like laughing at her, like more like, oh, what a fucking weirdo, or what a weird person, basically. But now it's like, okay, maybe this exceeds weird and it's now actually like something that should be stopped, or something that should be like actually violently protested against. Basically, like people are less happy about it definitely now. And so this boiled over, and now she made an apology video, and it was potentially like the worst,
The
apology
best
you could ever
apology
make.
of all time.
It was best in terms of entertainment, 100%.
Yeah.
I fucking, me and my girlfriend watched the whole thing. We were pissing our pants, laughing. Basically, it was so good, so funny. Which is probably not the response you want from an apology video.
No, if she's got you laughing, she's got you eating out of the palm of her hands. She can't be a
True.
groomer
Yeah.
or a predator if you're laughing with her.
You're gonna forget all about this.
Wasn't laughing with her. Important distinction. We were laughing at her, like very clearly at her. Like
Why
this
even-
woman is a lunatic.
I would have never even heard about this woman if people didn't start
Yeah.
making fun of her apology. Why not pretend it didn't even exist? The allegations, I mean. That would have
Yeah,
been smarter
exactly.
on a predator's part.
That's what she's done for a while, and then I guess she just decided it's about time to address it in the only way she knows how, with the song.
Yeah, I watched the first like half of that. Doesn't she even explicitly say my team is all telling me I shouldn't make this video, but I'm going to?
Well,
No, she says it even better.
yeah, verbatim, what she says is, my team said I can't speak about, how I want to talk about this, but they never said I couldn't sing. So
Oh my
then she
God.
sings it.
It's like from a fucking
So
comedy
awful.
movie. Holy shit.
It's,
Wait, okay, I want to
it's
play
so
this.
good.
Shut up real sick.
Yeah, let's play it.
I hope this is the right video.
I just wanted to say that the only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans, and I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so. Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
What a sick beat drop.
Yeah.
I never had any bad intentions. Confused about something, I don't know. The toxic gossip train, chugging down the tracks of misinformation. Toxic gossip train, got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
I'm gonna do a cover of this.
You should actually do like a metal cover.
Yeah, I could bam this out as a fucking heavy metal version.
I'm surprised this didn't enter the Billboard Top 500. So good.
I like whoever made this video also added all the receipts as she's singing, like in real time, and it's the boy holding up her fucking bra, I think. And it says he was 14.
This feels like a fucking movie like Footloose. Like, this is the end of the movie where they're like, what are we gonna do? And she's like, don't worry. I know how to solve everything through the power of song.
It actually is 100%. She is the type of person that saw like one Disney movie and like every
Yeah.
problem gets solved with like a banger song musical number. She's like, all right,
You know what
I've
she
got
imagines?
this.
She imagines that this song plays in the courtroom, and at the very end, the judge goes, not guilty, and everyone cheers.
Yeah.
So
Like,
out of touch.
The lights
It
dim.
turns out the entire jury is actually a flash mob.
Yeah.
Yeah, they start
They rip
dancing.
off their breakaway clothing and start
Yeah.
doing high-intensity dancing.
Pretty much. It's literally like a scene out of a cartoon where like the lights go off and the spotlight's on her and she's defending herself. So she hits him with the toxic gossip train.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't the outcome she was expecting, that's for sure.
No, yeah, it definitely was not.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I fucking
was
hate
hilarious.
zany people.
Well, it's not zany, she's just completely out of touch. Also the line,
It's
what was it, the
both.
line? I'm not a predator, I'm just a loser. I love imagining like EDP say that basically, or anyone that's like we all know is a predator basically say that.
Also,
use
you
that
can tell
excuse.
not an ounce of remorse because she blames quote unquote the toxic gossip train. So it's just all the toxic internet users doing this to
Yeah.
her.
And she doesn't even bother to elaborate on what misinformation is out there. She provides no evidence. All she just keeps relying on is like misinformation, lies, and doesn't prove anything. It's so incredible.
Well, does she at least say like, no, those weren't my panties or anything like that? Or does she not
Those
even
should
know
have been the lyrics.
No.
the rest?
That
She-
wasn't
she
my
does-
bra.
She doesn't say anything like that. Literally nothing.
So does she
That is
say
so weird.
Does she say anything with the song except
No.
it's not true?
No, that's literally it. And she doesn't even explain how it's not true.
She says some of
Jesus.
it's true. She says like she did have those group conversations and she regrets them, etc., etc. But then she
said,
She
for what
alludes
it's
to
worth, I
some
had
of it
good
not being-
intentions.
Okay. Sure, all child predators use that excuse. Yeah.
Have fun, Colleen. Or should we wrap?
Yeah,
Sure.
we can wrap.
Let's wrap. All right. Thanks, guys. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for bonus episodes and Potophiles episodes. We might eventually do a Potophiles episode on Colleen Ballinger, it sounds like. So you can head on over to patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for all of that bonus good stuff. Other than
Mhm.
that, we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
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 Have a happy 4th of July.